Hey everyone, here's my aquaponics update and a look at all of the other plants. Thank you everyone for rating, subscribing and commenting on the videos. It's really encouraging and really motivates me to keep making these and make sure that I give you guys a look at what's going on. So let's jump right into it. The big best about aquaponics still doing just about as it was. I'm just taking a look to see if I can find those weeds that I'd found growing. There's one right there, and I had seen another one as well by the corner somewhere. So definite life in here, but as you can see, birds have been pooping all over the place. I'm sure that's not good. Perhaps that has something to do with this basil plant not being happy at all. The fish in the tub, on the other hand, are quite happy. They've just been fed about 5 odd minutes ago. I don't see any more food here though, which is a bit surprising. I think they must have eaten it all rather quickly. Big tilapia still doing fine, though he's still very shy. So that's how everything is doing there. The sump tank, I haven't seen this plecos in the small system for ages and ages, but I hope they're alive. I see no reason for them to be dead. The lemongrass, it's really turned into a lemongrass factory, is reached all the way up to the top of this. Yeah, to the top of this grating up here, which is really quite astounding. You know, some beautiful flowers on this side, which are reaching out to touch. I'm actually going to cut this one off because it hits me in the back when I work on this bed, and it's very irritating. The tomatoes, I think they still look about the same as when I showed you guys last week, which is very disturbing. I think I need to tie them up. This is the same thing that happened to the last tomatoes as well. They didn't do well at all until I tied them. I need to find out some way to do that. Here, these fish as well, they've also just been fed a few moments ago. Perhaps that's why they're so skittery. But other than that, they're really, I keep looking at them these days, every few days when I see them, and they're so big from what they used to be. You can't really spot that baby anymore. I mean, if you go back like 6 or 8 months back in my videos to the beginning of this year, and that's the plecto in there, and he's looking very happy, very healthy. His colors are really good, though you really can't make them out in the video. So yeah, every time I look at them, they're so much bigger. And if you go back to the beginning of this year, you'll really be astounded by just how small the two small ones were and how large they are now. A whole lot of fun watching them at play now. They're quite comfortable. They know they get their food down there underneath the sprinkler. That's why they're waiting. And here's how the other plants look. Now this is going to be a bit of fun, because first here are these new plants. Now these are the ones that aren't doing very well. I think I did show them to you, if not last week, then the week before last. They look a little droopy right now, been watered and whatnot. This one's doing really well, and it's got flowers on it as well, though I don't see any of those flowers bearing fruit as yet. Some of them doing okay. Now these ones with the leaves that aren't so very green, I think that happened because I wasn't watering them properly for quite a few days. And after that, this one on the other hand still seems to be doing pretty okay. After that, they're right in front of this AC, and that chunks out hot air at them. That's not good, but the AC is not being used anymore, so that's okay. Now this whole line that used to be chilies is also tomatoes, and they're all looking droopy other than that one, but they've all been given a tie-up. Those are the basil bushes that came out of my aquaponics long time ago, doing pretty okay here. And more tomatoes on this side. So you're looking at a real crop of tomatoes this time. This chili plant that's been there since so long has got these chilies on it again, though they're all a little bit warped, not so good. So yeah, here's yet another tomato plant, and here are yet more tomato plants, and yet another tomato. This one's really the one that's been doing best. It's not born, yeah, it does have some flowers here that don't seem to have bloomed yet, but very positive that it's growing so large. And again, more tomato plants. And here's the rose bush, not flowering but doing pretty okay. The other cutting on that side's pretty okay as well. These plants are droopy today. I don't know why. They've been watered well, but maybe it's just that it's not very sunny today and they're not having a good time. But yeah, if these, I'm hoping to put on some compost tea onto them, because a few of them have leaf miner damage that you can make out quite clearly. In fact, I'm just gonna take this branch of it right off to try and reduce damage over there and throw it away here. Oh, sorry. Anywho, so not only is this line tomatoes, again there's some more over here This is also a bunch of tomatoes. This is also a bunch of tomatoes, and then the lemons are coming up really good. I think almost ripe, these ones, and a whole bunch of them. I think about half a dozen or eight or nine of them. And berry trees are doing pretty good. And even here more tomato plants. And if we go to the edge, like I showed you guys last time, and we look downstairs, there's more tomato plants. Now right there in the center of the screen, sadly we can't zoom on this. Let's see if I can find some time to go downstairs right now. Okay dokie, so I've come on downstairs, which I haven't given you guys a look at for a long time. First just look at the other side. If you remember what it used to look like, these from way back when, these plants are a whole lot bigger, happier looking. The orchids hanging over there are still alive. But here's what we're here to see, which is the veggie patch downstairs. Other than these ornamentals, there's a little chili pot hiding here, and while they're growing really well, they're upturned chilies this time. There should be a whole bunch of them that come out together, but I've got to really got to open out these plants. They're too smaller plant. On the other hand, I had some mint and some basil here. Yeah, here's some. This isn't sweet basil, though. I believe this is the sweet basil as well. And then there's mainly ornamentals on the other side. Here's how the oregano is doing. Really, other than this little bit in the middle, really healthy, really happy. I ate some of that a while back, did wonders for my throat, tasted good as well. Here are the tomatoes downstairs that I've been talking about in my last couple of videos but not showing you guys. They're pretty big. I mean, this is the bottom of the floor, this is me, and this is pretty high. This is a good, I think, 3 feet up, and maybe even more than that, 3.5 feet, and they're flowering nicely. Again, I see a baby tomato. Wonderful. Do you see that? Let's try to get focus in on it, and yeah, that's a baby tomato right there. So tomatoes coming out in the bottom. These have been taken good care of, and they didn't lose watering. There's some more tomatoes. They didn't really they were watered very regularly, so they're quite happy again, coming up to 3.5 feet tall. Plenty of flowers on them, plenty of leaves on them, some oregano down there at the back. This one on the other hand, not doing all that well. We see some aphids on it. This comes from my compost tea spray, needs to come. I'm just gonna see now, when you have aphids, even if you, according to what I've read, even if you just move them off with your hand or manually spray them off with some water, you'll kill them, because their jaws are attached to the plant, and if you manage to move them, their jaws stay in the plant, but they don't. So yeah, that's a dead aphid there immediately. Though there's a whole bunch of them here. I think maybe I'll spray them with water or something. They're done. But anywho, more tomatoes, and guess what? More tomatoes. I don't know what a count on these is, but I'm a little surprised myself right now to have a look at them. There's a lot of tomatoes. Yeah, and I think even if we get maybe 60-70% of them to deliver into actual fruiting, because look, on this side there are more tomatoes, and look, more tomatoes even there, down here and up there, and they continue, and more of them, and more of them, and more of them, and look, another one, a big one even, and another small one. So yeah, I mean, a whole lot of tomatoes going on. And this one is, I forget what this is. I'd been told what this was and I'd forgotten. But yeah, this is something else. This is not watermelons. I was told what this is. Anyway, I've forgotten. Mummy told me what it was. So as you can see, downstairs and upstairs, there's some tomato madness going on. I think this is some different mint that I had taken away. And it, let's have a look at how it smells. Smells good. Nice big, gotten bigger leaves. Though I've seen mint with even bigger leaves, and that's what I want to get on. The ornamentals here doing fine, and these are the rose bushes that Mom bought from the flower show that happened earlier this year or at the end of last year. Whenever there's a video in my channel, for those of you that have been watching, it'll be there. You can take a look, and the Karachi Places and People playlist, or if you've seen it already, then yeah, you can make out that these plants are really coming along happily now. Some white roses, some red ones. Some of these are supposed to be black though. I don't see that one. I think that may be the bush at the back over there, right here. It's got a dead looking flower in it. That's a little black. So that's just about how everything is doing downstairs. Really happy as well. So yeah, that's how everything is looking, you guys. Gonna have I'll be eating a lot of tomatoes in a couple of months time, inshallah. So remember to comment, subscribe, like, favorite, just let me know that you came and you watched the video. And if you have any input about how I can be doing things better, or any questions about why I'm doing the things I'm doing them, feel free to pass me a message or drop me a comment. Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for listening. I'll see you with my next update. Cheers.